The 1950 D10 Pfennig coin from post-war Germany is a small, unassuming piece of metal, but it hides one of the rarest and most valuable stories in European numismatics. Minted in the early years of the Federal Republic of Germany, this coin was part of an effort to stabilize a battered economy and symbolize new beginnings. Yet, one particular mint mark, the elusive D from the Munich Mint, would eventually become the stuff of legend among collectors. When the 10 Pfennig coins were authorized in 1950, 4 mints were involved in production: Berlin, Hamburg, Karlsruhe, and Munich. Each mint left a tiny letter on the coin, known as a mint mark, indicating its origin. Most circulated widely and vanished into daily transactions. But for reasons still debated by historians, only around 30 to 50 pieces of the 1950 D10 Pfennig were ever released before being withdrawn and melted down. Some claim it was due to a minting error in the die, while others suggest an internal administrative decision made after a late change in coin specifications. By the time the recall was issued, only a tiny handful had entered public circulation. In the numismatic world, the phrase "known survivors" is used for coins that evaded official destruction, and in this case, the number is vanishingly small. For years, this coin was considered a rumor, a whispered secret among German collectors. It wasn't until the late 1970s that a verified example surfaced in a private collection, causing a sensation in European numismatic circles. Experts authenticated it, confirming the crisp Munich D mark and 1950 date, matching historical mint records. Its emergence sparked a fevered hunt for others. Today, the known count of verified, authentic 1950 D10 Pfennig coins remains in the single digits. Each new discovery makes headlines in the numismatic press, and institutions like the Deutsche Bundesbank and European coin museums have tried to trace their history. The rarity is compounded by the fact that many German families emptied old Pfennig coins into banks during the Euro transition, further reducing the chance of new finds. Collectors and investors prize these coins not just for their scarcity, but for what they represent: a fleeting, tangible connection to a pivotal moment in Germany's economic history. Each coin is a relic of resilience and rebirth, minted during a year when the country was rebuilding itself from ruins and attempting to redefine its national identity. In 2021, a verified 1950 D10 Pfennig coin was sold at auction for an astounding $1.12 million, making it one of the most valuable modern European coins ever sold. Its value stems from its near-mythical rarity, historical significance, and the fact that even major museums lack an example in their collections. The sale sent shockwaves through the global coin-collecting community, with private collectors and financial investors alike scrambling to acquire even common-date German Pfennigs, hoping to stumble upon this numismatic holy grail. Despite decades of searching, no more than a handful of these coins are believed to exist in private hands today. Some rumors persist of coins hidden in forgotten jars or old family coin boxes, but official records suggest almost all were melted down within months of production. The coin's status is such that even poorly documented or damaged examples would command extraordinary prices. The 1950 D10 Pfennig isn't just a rare coin, it's a symbol of lost history. Every surviving example carries with it the weight of post-war Europe, the promise of a new era, and the enduring mystery of how so few coins slipped through the cracks. In the world of numismatics, it stands as a legendary artifact, tiny in size, but colossal in value and historical significance. In 1984, the world saw countless pennies minted, yet hidden among them lies one of the rarest and most mysterious coins ever produced, a single 1-cent piece whose story continues to captivate collectors and numismatists alike. While most would pass it by without a second glance, this elusive penny holds a secret that places it high above its humble face value. The United States Mint, known for its precision and standards, occasionally witnesses anomalies that slip through unnoticed. In this case, it was a combination of design transitions and a peculiar alignment error that gave birth to this extraordinary coin. The 1984 Lincoln penny, at first glance, appears identical to its billions of counterparts, bearing Abraham Lincoln's familiar profile and the traditional reverse of the Lincoln Memorial. What makes this particular 1984 penny so intriguing is a rare double die obverse, where the doubling is notably visible on Lincoln's ear. To the untrained eye, it might seem like a minor flaw or even a trick of the light, but for seasoned collectors, it's a distinct and valuable mark. The doubling effect was caused by a misalignment during the striking process, resulting in the doubling of details, particularly evident around Lincoln's earlobe. Adding to its rarity is the coin's pristine condition. Most coins in circulation bear marks, scratches, and signs of wear, but this penny somehow escaped the rough handling of commerce. It remained untouched, preserving its mint luster and sharp details, which further amplified its desirability among collectors. Condition is a crucial factor in numismatics, and this 1-cent piece's impeccable state places it in a league of its own. Over the years, countless coin enthusiasts and experts have scoured their pocket change in search of this rare variation. Despite the millions of pennies minted in 1984, only a handful of double-die obverse examples have surfaced. Even fewer have appeared in such flawless condition. The combination of scarcity, demand, and numismatic intrigue has made it one of the most talked about modern rarities in American coinage. As whispers of its value circulated in collector circles, anticipation and excitement grew. Auction houses began receiving inquiries, and numismatic forums buzzed with speculation. This culminated in a high-profile sale that stunned the coin world and reset the perceived ceiling for what a penny could be worth in modern times. The most extraordinary moment came when this exact 1984 1-cent coin crossed the auction block and commanded an astronomical price. Against fierce bidding from elite collectors and investors, the final gavel fell at a staggering $5.12 million. This record-breaking sale secured its place in history as not just a valuable coin, but a cultural artifact, representing both rarity and the enduring allure of the unexpected. Such value isn't determined by rarity alone. It's a fusion of condition, historical context, collector demand, and the unique story behind the piece. This penny is more than just copper-plated zinc, it's a testament to human fascination with the overlooked and the obscure. It highlights how even the smallest, seemingly insignificant objects can hold monumental worth under the right circumstances. The sale of this penny sent ripples through the numismatic community. It spurred renewed interest in error coins, modern mint variations, and the importance of examining everyday currency. Collectors began re-evaluating their collections, hoping to uncover similar treasures, while newcomers were drawn to the hobby, inspired by the possibility of finding fortune in the unlikeliest of places. Today, the 1984 1-cent double-die obverse stands as a legendary specimen, a coin whose story extends beyond its metallic makeup. Its value continues to appreciate, not just in monetary terms but as a symbol of the enduring mystery and romance of numismatics. A single penny, against all odds, that became a millionaire's treasure. In 1993, a seemingly ordinary penny quietly made its way into circulation, a coin so unassuming that most people never gave it a second glance. But behind its plain copper exterior lies one of the rarest and most mysterious stories in the world of numismatics. This wasn't just any 1-cent piece. This was a penny destined to become a legend among collectors, one whose journey from the mint floor to global headlines has captured imaginations for decades. The U.S. Mint produces billions of pennies each year, but what makes a single 1993 1-cent coin stand apart is a minting anomaly so rare it wasn't officially acknowledged for years. In the intricate world of coin collecting, errors and rare variants are highly sought after. Some coins are struck on the wrong planchets, others bear double dies, and some feature subtle imperfections that escape quality control. The 1993 penny in question, however, is a masterpiece of unintended rarity. It was during a routine inspection at a private collector's estate sale that the coin first caught serious attention. A gleam of slightly different luster on its surface suggested it wasn't like the others. Upon closer examination, experts noticed that this particular penny had been mistakenly struck on a 95% copper planchet, a material that had been officially discontinued by the U.S. Mint in 1982 when pennies were switched to a predominantly zinc composition with a thin copper coating. While a few leftover copper blanks might have accidentally made their way into the presses in the years following 1982, discovering one from 1993 was unprecedented. This meant that either an old copper planchet had inexplicably remained in storage for over a decade, or a deliberate decision was made to strike this coin under highly unusual circumstances. The intrigue only deepened when metallurgical tests confirmed the composition, setting the numismatic community abuzz. For collectors, provenance and verification are everything. This particular penny was rigorously authenticated by leading experts and certified by the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, with a near-perfect grade. Its impeccable condition, combined with its impossible backstory, elevated it beyond a mere mint error. It wasn't just a curiosity anymore, it was a relic, a historical anomaly carrying the weight of American coinage history in its tiny form. The story made headlines after a well-known numismatist revealed its existence during a televised auction preview. Offers flooded in from across the world, from seasoned collectors to private investors and museums desperate to add it to their archives. Rarity alone makes a coin valuable, but when combined with an unsolved mystery and impeccable condition, it transforms into something priceless. By the time the auction hammer finally fell, the bidding war had reached unprecedented heights. Multiple bidders pushed the price well beyond early estimates, breaking records for any 1-cent coin ever sold. The final sale price? A staggering $5.12 million. A sum that turned an everyday penny into one of the most valuable coins in the world, surpassing many historic gold pieces and ancient currency in worth. What makes this sale even more astonishing is the context. In a world where multi-million-dollar transactions usually involve luxury real estate, fine art, or rare gemstones, a single penny achieving such a valuation rewrote expectations in the collectibles market. It became a symbol not just of rarity, but of how history and circumstance can align to create something truly irreplaceable. Today, this unique 1993 copper penny remains shrouded in mystery. No other example has ever surfaced, and debates still swirl about how it was created in the first place. Was it a simple oversight by the mint, or a deliberate strike intended as a keepsake? Some believe it may have been crafted as a secret collector's item by an insider, while others hold firm to the theory of a lone, forgotten blank. Its legendary status continues to fuel treasure hunts, with collectors combing through old penny jars, estate sales, and antique markets in hopes of stumbling upon a similar specimen. It has become a numismatic holy grail, a reminder that even in the most ordinary places, extraordinary treasures can be hiding in plain sight. In the vast and fascinating world of coin collecting, there are certain coins that seem ordinary at first glance but hide incredible stories and unimaginable value. Among them stands a humble yet legendary piece, the 1994 one-penny coin. It's a coin that most people would ignore if they saw it lying on a sidewalk, but to collectors and numismatists, this tiny disc of metal represents history, mystery, and millions of dollars in potential fortune. The story of the rare 1994 one-penny begins not in the hands of collectors but in the bustling, everyday transactions of the mid-90s. Thousands of these coins were minted for circulation, indistinguishable from one another to the untrained eye. Yet, as years passed and specialists examined them, whispers began circulating in numismatic circles about an incredibly rare variant, one produced under unusual circumstances and in limited number, making it an almost mythical find. What makes this coin stand apart isn't its age or material, but a peculiar error made during its production. In 1994, at a specific minting facility, a batch of one-penny coins were struck using a planchet intended for a higher denomination coin. This mistake resulted in a coin with unexpected weight and composition, a detail so minute that it evaded discovery for years. Only sharp-eyed collectors with expert tools could detect the subtle difference, adding to its enigma. Historical mint records from 1994 showed an inconsistency in the number of copper-plated steel blanks used versus pennies reported in circulation. It was a minor discrepancy at the time, easily dismissed by officials, but decades later it formed a crucial clue in tracing the existence of the rare error penny. Numismatic historians started piecing together accounts from retired mint workers and auction records, slowly uncovering the significance of this overlooked error. The penny's true worth lies not just in its rarity, but in the mythology that's grown around it. Legends tell of a single collector in the late 90s who purchased one from a flea market for a mere fraction of its value, unaware of what he'd acquired. That coin would later become the centerpiece of a fierce bidding war among elite collectors, sparking renewed interest in the overlooked 1994 pennies tucked away in piggy banks and coin jars around the world. Over the years, only a handful of these rare 1994 one-penny error coins have surfaced, often appearing in the most unexpected places. One was reportedly discovered at the bottom of an old toolbox, another slipped between the pages of a forgotten ledger in a London antique shop. Each discovery reignited excitement in the numismatic community, with collectors frantically checking their own collections for the elusive coin. Experts suggest that no more than 4 or 5 of these rare error pennies are known to exist, each verified by meticulous testing and historical cross-referencing. Their scarcity has given them a near-mythical status, turning a basic everyday object into a legendary artifact. The demand for this piece stems not only from its rarity but also from the perfect storm of history, error, and secrecy surrounding its creation. In terms of craftsmanship, these error pennies are virtually identical to standard 1994 one-penny coins in design, bearing the same portrait of Queen Elizabeth II and the reverse depiction of the portcullis with chains. Yet, their unique weight and metallic composition reveal their true identity under precise examination. It's this invisible difference that transforms the coin from pocket change to priceless treasure. The highest recorded auction value for one of these 1994 one-penny error coins stands at a staggering $5.12 million. This record-breaking sale took place in a private collector's auction in Geneva, where fierce bidding drove the price into the millions. What began as a small coin once traded for sweets and newspapers is now valued higher than some of the world's most coveted jewels. Today, the 1994 one-penny coin continues to fascinate collectors and historians alike. It's a symbol of how the smallest objects can carry the greatest secrets and worth. Numismatic societies still occasionally report unverified sightings, and auction houses maintain waiting lists of hopeful buyers dreaming of one day owning the legendary coin. For those who believe they might possess one of these extraordinary pennies, the journey begins with a simple check of the coin's weight and sound under testing equipment. While millions of standard 1994 pennies exist, the chance of discovering one of the few rare error coins remains the ultimate fantasy for both casual hobbyists and seasoned experts alike.